Woo! Going live now. Hey guys.
No going back.
Yeah. No going back now. All right.
Okay.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Rants R Us. Today we're going to be doing season 2, episode 4 of The Boys. And as always, guys, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share our content. And anything there?
No.
Set it off.
When you subscribe,
Yeah.
make sure you click the notification bell so you know when we're doing this again.
Overall.
I'm too excited
Yeah.
today. I'm sorry.
I think that's what doing videos will do to you. And plus, it's hot
forehead
here.
is shining.
I know, right? That's because it's like 90 degrees outside. It's Texas heat. But, anyways, what did you think of episode 4 of The Boys? Excited?
It was better than the first 3.
Actually, yeah, I would agree with you on that one. I actually think there was more substance to this one than what there was in the previous 3 put together. There was a lot of questions in the first 3, but there was few answers. I feel like we got a couple of answers at least on this one. Exactly kind of like what the characters are thinking at least.
But there's still a lot of things that, like, this person says this person says that, so we're not really sure what exactly happened.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Like, you know, Homelander's like, I didn't rape her. We just had sex. And she's like, no, he raped me.
So I'm glad that was at least from her, you know, at least she
so is he she clarified like oh, I thought it was consensual. Like,
I didn't
understand. Apparently she didn't think so.
No.
Yeah.
See, I kind of wonder if Homelander in his twisted mind would actually be telling the truth on that.
See,
because why would he lie?
Another thing, maybe he's not lying, but maybe Homelander, because of the complex he has, like, I'm a god. It's always consensual.
Yeah.
Like,
he thinks that, you know, you would be
nobody's against it.
That you would be lucky to have sex with him, basically. Yeah, I could see that.
And so maybe in his mind it's not rape because you're lucky enough for me to, kind of like how the Deep was, you know. He was like, you should be lucky to want to do this.
I feel like, you know, that's the one thing about the 7 in general. I feel like every single one of them at one time or another have gotten to the point where they're like, they think that they are just the best thing that was ever created. They actually, a lot of them even kind of believe that they're chosen, kind of.
Maybe not all of them.
Not all of them. I don't think A-Train does.
I definitely think A-Train thinks he's God's gift to everyone.
I think.
When he made
that comment to Starlight about
don't
like money. Yeah. And
she's like, money's not important. He's like, you know, he said that? People who always grew up with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
get that.
So, I mean,
I still think that he still had.
Oh, he's conceited.
I mean, maybe he kind of got humbled after season 1, but I think in season 1 he definitely had that mindset of what.
I could see that.
I'm the fastest man on the planet.
I could totally see that.
But now, since he's had the heart attack and everything like that, and now that he's been pretty much demoted.
More than demoted, just flat out fired.
So I wonder if he's gonna be
we're not.
All right, you want to fire me?
I like
Where
how
the
that.
boys at?
I like how that. Yeah, I like how that assistant was like.
Like, wouldn't that be kind of cool? That would be like a plot twist in itself. A-Train goes and helps Yui take on the 7.
I would be excited about that. I would kind of like
if you got to see a whole different side of A-Train. Yes, like a redemption arc for A-Train. I would be for. I actually like the guy who plays A-Train.
I do too. I
think he's pretty cool.
I like his character. I liked his character with his girlfriend too.
Oh, I liked his character even when he was the D-bag that was like, I choked on a molar. Like, yeah, that was jacked up, but it was funny.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, you know, it kind of was like, you know.
But then again, I like Homelander's character. When most people are like, oh, you like Homelander.
See, I don't like Homelander. I'd kind of.
I think mine is more. I like the guy who plays Homelander. I feel like he plays the part awesome. Like,
oh yeah, Anthony Starr.
So
yeah.
I think that's more what it is for me. It's like I don't necessarily like Homelander, but that guy kind of the way he plays that part almost makes you have to like him to an extent. It's like liking a villain in anything.
You know you're a good villain when you're either despised or...
Even though you're the villain, you're loved.
Yeah. I mean, you know, that's one thing that I kind of feel like we talk about all the time, doing our videos is, you know that you're a good villain and you played your part well when people hate your guts and can't wait to see you die.
Or they,
like,
even though you're such a bastardly character,
yes.
they still love you.
Yes. I mean, I kind of felt that way, in Game of Thrones with Jaime Lannister.
Jaime
I kind of felt like people was rooting for him. I was rooting for him.
There was times where I was like, oh man, I kind of like Jaime, and then I'm like, oh, he's screwing his twin sister.
I know. That kind of when you always go back to the point where, hey.
And maybe Homelander kind of reminds me of Jaime in that way because he's kind of creepy in different ways, like drinking the breast milk.
And they just keep hammering
making
that.
It worse and
worse.
Like
that doppelganger in episode 4, going and taking the stuffing on all that. That was, I'm like, why? Like, did she just milk herself and then put it in the cup? Like,
shifting the still well and doing things with Homelander.
To me, it's weird. But overall, I don't really. I'll just start with Frenchie on this one. When it comes to season 1,
we got so far out of here.
I don't. I don't like. 6 minutes in, and we're like, hey, now let's get to it.
The drug abuse.
This is where it's our us, guys.
The drug abuse with Frenchie is kind of out there.
I kind of felt like it kind of
came from nowhere. Just like, I'm gonna go be a coke addict.
Yeah, I didn't really understand that. I really didn't understand that. I kind of felt like, and then he goes and he has that one weird moment at the beginning of the episode. Kamiko's brother, is dead and she's mourning all that. And then he's like, hey, let me go in there and kiss you. And she pushes him back. I'm like, what did you think was going to happen? Like, you just been over there snorting cocaine and then all of a sudden.
She knew he was snorting it?
Yeah. They all knew he was doped out on that stuff. Like, even Butcher before he leaves,
That's why he didn't leave Frenchie in charge.
Yeah. Well, that's definitely one reason. Well, he says on the thing, he's like, oh, well. Frenchie won't even notice that I'm gone. Frenchie don't remember anything or notice anything anymore, because it's just too high. Yeah, he's too high all the time. But now he does have, that redemption part at the end where he does save Kamiko from going and killing Stormfront in front of all those people, basically getting herself killed. Because, people not realizing how strong Stormfront actually is. I think they think that.
But I don't think people really fully understand how strong Kamiko is either.
No, Kamiko's strong.
Don't get me wrong. Noir killed her 3 times, and she's just like.
Yeah. I'm. But
I think it only really happened once. I was exaggerating.
Yeah, but I know what you mean. Yeah, she should have been dead.
Yeah.
After that, but overall,
I thought she was when I first seen it. I didn't realize she was a suit per se.
But she looked.
I knew there was something.
I didn't like at the very end of that episode when she's Stormfront is in front of all those people and she's egging everything on about how bad Vault sucks. And then she goes, Kamiko's going through it, and Frenchie stops her at the last moment and says, Kamiko, please don't do this. And she stops, and then Stormfront goes off and takes off, and she looks at.
That's so weird to me.
She looks at Frenchie like, you're a douchebag.
Well, Frenchie,
he saved your life.
Go sleep with somebody else, though.
True, but it's like we kind of talked about after that episode. We were kind of thinking, are they even together? I don't really even understand what their relationship is.
Cheating, but there's something.
Yeah, there's something there.
Why would I be like, oh yeah, I'll not go do this and get myself killed because you care? Dude, screw you.
Kind of felt, and so. I kind of feel like he's a douchebag, but then not a douchebag. At the same time, I'm like,
oh, he's high. Maybe he didn't realize he was someone else. Maybe he thought it was her.
He's got a lot of baggage, and his ex-girlfriend talks about all the baggage that he's got. But there's one.
Is that who it was?
Yeah, it was his ex-girlfriend.
Was it the same woman that blew up his apartment in the first season? And
what's so weird is when he goes into the. When he goes into the apartment, she's like, well, what if I'm not alone? And he's looking around like, oh, I'm going to beat up this guy. What about Kamiko, dude?
You've been with another girl for 6 months.
I know. It's I didn't understand that part. But yeah, there was that. So I don't know about if I like Frenchies.
Man, I thought Stillwell. I know we talked on the doppelganger a while ago, but when it first showed her, I thought somehow I didn't know like Homelander faked her death or what that
I thought
was.
It was a dream sequence.
I did too at first, but then when it wasn't, I was kind of like, did he help her fake her death? Is that what that was? And then it was the doppelganger, which was even weirder than if they had kept her alive.
Oh, that was a part. See, that's one of those parts that to me it ruins Homelander.
They go overboard with making him
just creepy, so much creepier. Yes,
like they kind of take away from how good of a villain he could be by making him a creep show.
They can just make him
a bastard.
Yeah, like okay, when he is threatening, one of the seven,
when he's like, I'm gonna kill you,
like Starlight, or any of those. Like those are menacing moments. Those are moments that that should be kind of highlighted. But I kind of feel like they just want to constantly go back to the stupid breast milk thing. Like, I mean, it's just like they don't want to let that joke go or something.
I understood it was something in season 1, but it wasn't like when he went there and had sex with her.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like she nursed him first.
No,
so I don't know why that became a big.
I think it's like some kind of inside joke to the creators or something along those lines. But
he's got mommy issues.
It's a weird inside joke. People's got some pretty messed up kind of things,
fetishes and stuff.
Yeah, but anyways, there was that. And okay, I do not understand about the survivors of this building attack. I do not understand that. Was there no one that would survive that attack? Was there no videos of those attacks?
There were survivors because at the end of episode 3, I believe, they were going in there and giving them blankets and water and giving them like sanctuary here,
But then at the end of the day, it's like people are like, oh yeah, a terrorist did that.
And then
how do you get a terrorist did that? I mean,
Stormfront clearly did it. Her electricity was going everywhere.
Yeah.
You're telling me nobody got caught footage of this other than Vought?
And the actress that is in Stormfront, she's gotten so much trouble for saying the things that she said at the end of the episode about Kimiko's brother. But people forget about her throwing the black guy out the window just for no apparent reason. That was like, if that wasn't a clear indication of racism, I don't know what is.
Well, and it's clear that she's based off of Nazi characters. So what did they expect? What did people expect? And even still, my deal with the whole, we're going to send, I don't even know the lady's name who plays her, but we're going to make her go and apologize for all this crap she's doing, even though we wrote the script that she's just reading.
I know. I kind of feel like it was just overboard, that she's got to go on apology to her. But it was all because everybody was upset, really, just because they changed it from a white male character to a female character and then didn't inflate her, didn't make it look like she's so great and wonderful. They wanted it.
I don't know, but I think part of it was they took her from a white male to a white female. If it had been different ethnicity, maybe it wouldn't be such a big deal.
I feel like all the way around is PC.
Like
it's PC
all this
stuff.
Crap is getting overblown about. You can't. Why do you have to get offensive about everything? Like
it's a show. It's a flipping show. Like I don't.
It's not like this woman was out there saying it on Twitter or something like
that. Dude, I don't go out there when I watch a show that I completely and totally disagree with and be like, as soon as I get off, I'm call my congressman because I don't like this show. Who gives a crap?
Well, I'm just saying, it's not like this person was saying these things in real life.
No.
It was in a script on a TV show.
It's like that.
Who gives a fuck? It's over and done with.
No, it's like that chick that was like in Mulan. She was like, oh, well, those protesters in Hong Kong basically got what they deserved and, praising the Chinese cops for beating them. And then they're like, that's something maybe you could, I don't know, get mad about that because it's like human rights violation. I
shouldn't even get mad about that.
That's her opinion.
Everybody
and I kind of feel like that's her opinion, and I might disagree with it, valid, but morally, I don't like the boycott things. I don't like or the cancel culture kind of thing.
Oh, they said something that I didn't agree with on this TV show. I'm not gonna watch it no more.
Yeah, I know. I don't like that. Yes,
I don't think that them losing you as a viewer is going to break this TV show.
No, I don't think it will. I think it'll probably propel it.
I think the only thing that's going to kill the show, the only thing that would kill the show is if they cave to these requests.
I think that
demands.
And every time that anybody actually does cave to those attacks, it just destroys them. It destroys them. Yeah, it never lessens the situation. So why even apologize to it?
I'm never gonna.
But there's no reason she didn't do anything.
I'm not gonna apologize for things I do or things I say.
Or that someone else.
I do what I mean. If you don't like it, don't watch.
I'm not gonna apologize for playing a pretend character.
Definitely not.
That's a superhero.
I'm apologize for things
I know. I mean,
if I don't like it, click off.
Yeah, that's the way I kind of feel. Because that's the American way. That's the way we should be. We're Texans. This is what we do.
Feel free to not watch. I mean, I hope you don't. But if you don't because of something I said, well,
that's the way I kind of feel towards it. But overall, I kind of feel like.
Yeah, we got way off topic here, but I felt like that was something that needs to be discussed.
Yes, and fair enough on that one. But I kind of just feel like there was that, and then there was that one part with who was that? You know her name better than I do. That the boss of or
Grace Mallory.
Yeah, Grace Mallory. That Grace Mallory.
I'm better with names than you. That's all.
That Grace Mallory. Goes to Butcher and she's like, well, I'm partially responsible for your wife being kidnapped. And I was like, whoa. I always assumed that it was after the fact. I'm confused.
Maybe not with her, but she used Becca's kidnapping to recruit Billy.
That's what I thought.
Because she showed up and was like, I know what really happened to your wife.
Yeah,
I can help you get your hands.
Yeah, I remember that scene. I know what scene you're talking about now. Because I remember us talking about it before, but that she was basically lying to him.
I can help you get your hands on Homelander. And then Billy's got his group and they get her grandkids burned up and she's like, oh, this is all your fault. You came to us.
I know. It's like
this is your fault.
Yeah, I know. That's the way I kind of feel towards it.
But I know that's kind of jacked. But
well, I mean, look, if she was the one that started antagonizing the Seven first.
Yeah.
And not Billy Butcher. It was her that was
I definitely think that Homelander and Butcher were already enemies when he went and got Huey. For sure. I think Butcher had already been trying to take them out, but he saw Huey as a way inside.
You want to know something? I see a lot.
Because Huey was going to go get the apology from A-Train. He saw it as a way to get inside the vault.
Yeah. I see, now that I think about it, I see a lot of connection between Mallory and Butcher and Butcher and Huey. It seems like the mentor role.
They begin to hate each other. The mentor starts to hate the protege, where with Billy and them, it's more like the protege starting to hate the mentor, though. But I could see the similarities. And another thing I just kind of thought about, like Billy and Huey and all them are kind of dumb. Like they wanted a way inside, so they're like, Huey, we want you to go in here and point this bug. What? Okay, normal people work for Vault. Why didn't he just go? Like he was such a computer genius. Why didn't he just work in the computers for Vault like all them other people do and have a man on in the inside that way? Instead of being like, oh, drop this bug, let Translucent see you with the bug, follow you back here, we'll kill him, and then we'll go through all this, and you can fake your love with Starlight, and all that crap could have been avoided if he had just, I'm going to go to work for these people. I have the credentials. I have the knowledge.
That would have made.
I hadn't thought of it until
that would have made
more sense.
I mean, yeah, no doubt that would have made more sense. We also got to realize this is based off of comic books, and let's face it, most comic books don't make sense. I mean, they expand.
But when you're taking something from a comic and taking it to TV, they most of the time change everything up anyway.
I kind of feel like in those instances, there's got to be a writer somewhere and be like,
this would be. We
could work on this. We could.
There's got to be a writer out there. There's got to be a writer out there that's like, hey, this is a better idea.
Yeah.
How about we think about this?
Yeah.
Like, there's fans can sit here. And be like, pick things apart and be like, oh, it'd be better if they did this. Surely some of these people that get paid to do this can do the same thing.
I mean, if I got paid a couple $100,000 or $1 million to write The Boys, I would be a little bit concerned about having.
Best
these
believe
kind of
we winning some awards.
I know. Like I'd be thinking of all these little things. Well, what about this and what about that? Because I would want to, I don't know, get paid later on, for stuff like
or to continue my career.
Yes. So I kind of feel like, I agree with you 110%.
There's better ways to go about some of these things, and I'm always kind of like, they always do something or say something. I'm like, that was dumb.
Yeah, so I mean, that's kind of the way I feel. But I kind of felt, but moving on from that, I kind of feel like the doppelganger kind of telling Homelander, placing these thoughts in Homelander, that the only one that needs to love Homelander is Homelander. Was a really dangerous thing to say,
and he did it in kind of a really weird way too. Like, I'm gonna transform into you. Can I suck you off this way?
Yeah, I mean,
he's like,
I know. I mean, he turned into Homelander, and he's like, see, you can love me. He's like, he even makes a comment. He's like, it's not gay if it's you. It's masturbation. That's like. There's just so wrong in so many different ways.
Not what you said.
Not quite sure that I would.
Not that is not. Oh God.
But either way, I kind of just felt like a doppelganger, just caused his own death.
Yeah.
Like you don't just tell people.
You're like, oh look, I'm you. I suck dick.
Yeah.
Why would he not get mad at that?
I kind of feel like the doppelganger. If you're trying to save your own life, you're gonna be like, hey man, you need me to suck your dick, if even, but you need me, and that would instead of being like, well, you don't need anybody, you're a god, basically.
He's basically
you don't need anything. You're perfect in every way.
The only one I need is me.
Yeah, basically, I mean, it cost the guy his life, and so I'm like, well, that guy kind of deserved it.
And so now I'm wondering if Homelander's going to go and just kill all of the 7. Like,
it sure seems like he wants to, because
the thing about that is he going to be able to kill Stormfront as easily as he can kill all the other ones? Like, Stormfront might give him a fight for his money.
Okay. There was.
I hate her.
Speaking of Storm,
she's powerful.
Yeah. Oh, Stormfront. Stormfront probably could possibly kill him. I mean, it
would be a fight.
It would be a fight. We haven't seen him. Well, we know she's strong, but we haven't quite seen just how strong. But
we saw her up against the guy that what he could move stuff.
Yeah, falling asleep here.
He could move stuff with his hands.
Yeah,
but like she showed you, once you break them hands, what are you gonna do?
She was a beast. In that fight, so I'm saying, he didn't have a chance in the world.
She hasn't really fought anybody close to her level. Homelander would be a fight, so I don't know if she would just be like, "I'm gonna kill Homelander," but Homelander wouldn't just come out that fight unscathed like he has every.
I think she wants to take out Homelander, but I don't think she wants to take out Homelander in that way, like front on. Like I think she wants to try to win his trust, and then I don't know, maybe.
I don't know.
Blackmail him in something along those lines. I
honestly don't know if she wants to tear down Homelander or take him to bed. Like,
well, in her mind, it could very well be both. To be honest, because that seems like the.
Or even in his head, like, oh, I don't like her, but something about her.
I really thought I really thought that there was this moment where he's fixing to use his vision power on her, and I thought, well, this is the moment she's going to say laser my tits, but she didn't say it. She kind of backed off.
Like, I don't know if they're going to take that out or if it's just coming like season finale.
Almost kind of wonder. I feel like
they're going to lead it up like hate, and then season finale they have that moment, and then we have to wait until next season to find out what's going to happen between Homelander and Stormfront.
I kind of like that hate that they present each other, or at least I don't think she hates him. I think he despises her right now.
Yeah, but he kind of also despised Stillwell, and Stillwell was all about sleeping with her.
Stillwell was.
I still don't know. Oh, okay, I still don't understand how he tells Billy at the end of season 1 how him and Becca slept together for hours, but then he lasted like 30 seconds with Stillwell. So.
I kind of. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, I'm still confused about that one.
So. But I kind of feel like when it comes to the 7, I really thought Homelander was going to kill A-Train.
I thought A-Train was Starlight for sure.
A-Train, yeah. I was thinking maybe Starlight too. But I'll tell you, there was that moment with A-Train that I just was like, "Holy crap, he's going to kill him," because he's questioning his power.
Yeah, he's going to let him out, but he's not going to kill him. That's a loose end to me for sure.
But when it comes to Starlight,
I thought he should have killed A-Train when he was in a coma.
Yeah. And that's another thing. Did he cut him out of the 7 because he felt like it was his heart, or did he do it because he didn't trust A-Train?
Well, let's be clear. He didn't do it because he's concerned for A-Train's health. He did it because we had a goal together in season 1, and you failed me.
Basically, because he made it clear with A-Train with that. I felt
you're the reason Compound V got exposed to begin with. Like all of this happening to you is why they found out that we've been using this Compound V. Yeah. You've exposed us. You've messed with the money. You've messed with the 7 period. You can't use you anymore. I can't trust you.
And I kind of feel like
that's funny for A-Train to be like, you never fuck with the money, but you're the one that fucked with the money.
Yeah, he's the one that did it first.
You screwed all this up for everybody.
Yeah, but I kind of feel like that moment in the elevator with Starlight, where he's like, you failed me because you didn't kill Huey.
When I told you to.
Yeah, when I told you to. And she's like, well, I want to laser his brains out just as much
Slice
as you.
Slice his face off or something and all like that.
Yeah. And she's like, you don't believe me? And he drops her and he leaves the elevator. He's like, I know you're telling the truth. So, and then like the next scene over, she's
trying to, so she going and trying to get with Huey to get close enough to kill him?
I'm starting to wonder if she really been. Or we did earlier.
I'm kind of confused, like with
before this season even began. Remember, we did that video. Is Starlight a double agent?
Yeah, but
we
just didn't know agent for which side.
Yeah. See, we were thinking it was going to be towards the boys' side. Yeah, but it could actually be the other way around.
Could
for the 7 because she's showing.
But now we're going to have to worry about A-Train being a double agent for the boys, possibly, because if they cut him out of Vought, he's going to want some payback.
Yeah, I can see that.
Whether it's teaming up with someone he don't really like or not.
I have a feeling in the next...
or he could go and kill Huey to earn his trust back.
I have a feeling in the next... I have a feeling in the next season we're going to start seeing the other superpower super groups that are in there. The 7's the most popular, but that doesn't mean they're the most powerful.
Or the only.
Yeah. But Homelander makes that point with Queen Maeve too. He's like, I don't trust you because you keep lying and you keep lying to me because about your lover and all this stuff like that. And then he outs her to the world. And
I thought that was kind of stupid, like shitty anyway.
I thought that was a whole dumb thing because they're like, oh well, they ask that stupid question.
Okay, look,
why is Vought 80% white?
I'll be honest with you, like. What, like outing her to the world? What's the big deal in that? Because nowadays that's not an issue. No. People don't have a problem.
Well, he wasn't trying to do it in that people would hate her. He was trying to do it that woman tells him, she's like, oh well, you are all Vought is 80% white and there's only like 10% black.
So he does it to get the heat off of that.
Yeah, and he's
basically,
like,
I guess, I could see that.
And he's like, and so he's like, hey, we got a lesbian and we also got a black guy in here. So
But then you just
we're diversified. Guy. Yeah, I didn't understand that because that was like 3 scenes after he just fired A-Train. So what are you talking about?
So now he's gonna have to keep A-Train on to keep that image like we're not racist.
I wonder if that's
only Stormfront's racist.
I think that's exactly what's going to end up kind of happening. Possibly. Is there's going to be kind of like a little thing about that. Dude, Stormfront's bold. Stormfront is very, very bold. I think she's going to end up getting herself killed.
You would think after she's like, Vought sucks, Vaught's liars, this is all fake, this is all for show.
Yeah, I kind of feel that way too.
Yeah, I could see that.
But there was so many little things. I thought Huey's story took a more optimistic turn. He started trying to get back with Starlight, and I felt like that was at least he wasn't the same down and out depressed Huey. He was trying to actually do right, and they had this little moment in the episode, where him and her are singing in the car, and Mother Milk has to turn the radio off, and because he's like, I'm not babysitting y'all.
Trip,
But I feel like that was a little thing. I almost kind of feel like she's there to really betray Huey. I feel
Mother Milk's gonna have to kill her.
Would not shock me if that's the way. If that does, there's gonna be a lot of angry people, a lot of angry fans. But I think that would be.
I don't see how her and Huey can live at this point.
No, I don't.
One of y'all's gotta go.
I kind of feel that way too. But I tell you, speaking of Mother's Milk, I really enjoyed the backstory
about his dad.
About his dad and about his history with Vought and his father's history of it. And then I enjoyed when they went to go see that Lady Liberty. And
that was a big clue.
And it wasn't the Lady Liberty that they were thinking. It was actually a victim of Lady Liberty. When she was like 11 years old, she watched her brother get murdered, and
then Liberty, which is pretty much Stormfront.
And then Vought pays her family $2,000
to keep it quiet.
Yeah, to keep it quiet. And
was Stormfront working for Vought back then too?
Yeah,
and now they just brought her back.
Yeah, they rehashed her character. I don't know how. See, that's the one thing
with her powers.
See, that's what
Compound V, where she doesn't age.
See,
or doesn't age like everybody else does.
See, there's that moment where Huey tells that woman that was the victim of Stormfronts. She's like, I can't tell you anymore. Please don't tell that woman that I said all these things. And he's like, well, that hero disappeared in 1978. So he said, she's probably long dead by now. And she's like, no, she's not. She's like, I got a picture of her now. She's still alive. And they, that's when, of course, they reveal Stormfront. So I kind of feel like that was kind of an interesting turn. I wasn't quite expecting it.
Like,
but then at the same time, it was like, I felt like that was cool. But then I thought that brought the connection to the Nazi thing from last episode, because that is, that's Stormfront's character in the.
That's what I'm saying. Some people need to quit getting so butthurt when she says something you don't like.
Because she's like literally a Nazi. Literally a Nazi.
This crap exists, whether we like it or not. Yeah. We can't ignore it.
No, you can't. You can't
ignore it. Take it out of every show. That's like getting mad that there was racist parts in Umbrella Academy season 2. Nobody got mad about that.
Or Gone with the Wind.
Or anything.
I mean,
anything nowadays that has some racist things in it, you don't want to just hide that from the world. You need to see that, to open your damn eyes. Like, this is what it is. This is what we live in. Yeah. Deal with it. Like, I'm not saying it's not bad. What I'm saying is, if you take it away, we're gonna sit here and pretend it doesn't exist. That's worse than actually facing it, in my opinion.
I feel like that Lovecraft Country does a really good job of showing that, because it's 1950s. And you have these African Americans, and they're trying to go on thing, and they're being chased by white people all the dang time.
There's like this movie not too long ago with Michael B. Jordan called Just Mercy.
Oh, yeah.
Where he's the lawyer.
That's a good movie.
That's a good movie, but if you take race away, there's no movie.
No.
You see?
But I feel like those are things, like you said, those are things that need to be brought out.
It needs to be acknowledged.
That needs to be acknowledged.
Just ignoring the race that the racism that we live with in this country is not going to fix it. No. It's going to make it worse.
I feel like anytime that you ignore a situation, you're probably now at the same time. I think of course, with this PC stuff, I feel like they go to the extremes of trying to bring it out or call everybody that. Look, not everybody's a racist.
No,
and
in my opinion on things is kind of like the racism in this country was a mistake that has happened.
Yeah. And it needs to be acknowledged, like you said.
We are people, everybody knows you learn more from your mistakes than you do your successes.
No one likes to be judged for something that didn't even happen in their lifetime
Look,
in a lot of different ways.
I'm like, if you take everything away, we do not learn from our mistakes, so we're destined to just keep repeating it.
Yeah. That's the reason why this whole basically burn anything that was before 1980 with these millennials are doing now is so stupid, because it's actually taking away from.
Yeah, I don't want to get too deep into that, but yeah, I mean, if you take it away, if you tear down all the statues, you tear down all the monuments because it offends people, we don't learn from it.
No. And I kind of feel like that's one thing that Stormfront C is doing the same thing as what she did in the 70s or possibly in the 40s.
Stormfront's character, this is what it needs to be. That's what I'm saying. I think it's going to go all the way back to when she was actually a Nazi for Hitler.
I think so too.
And I think maybe her and the original Vought might have found this company together.
Mm-hmm. I actually,
or she was like his first hero, like the first person he gave the compound V to.
Pretty sure she's
test subjects.
I'm pretty sure she's the original.
Yeah,
because just there's this one moment where Homelander tells her, he's like, "Well, I was here before you," and all that stuff. And she kind of looks at him like, yeah. Sort of, but I gotta not, at the same time. So, I mean,
that could be, if she's really that old, that could be something, because she would be more powerful than Homelander, because she's had years and years to perfect her craft.
I think she threatened Homelander when she says, "You have lots of fans, but I have
lots of foot soldiers."
Yeah, I'm like that kind of like, she's preparing for war. She's not preparing for some kind of media blitz like you
take over Vought.
Yeah.
I'm taking over America.
Yeah, because he like makes this point. He's like, "Oh well, they from like 24 to 30-year-olds, they love me more than they love you." And she's like, that's your fans.
And 50.
I've got foot soldiers that I give like Arby's or something that'll do anything I want. So, I mean, I kind of just feel like that was kind of a veiled threat in that regard.
Yeah, I think so.
But another thing, this is one thing that kind of got me was Butcher. Okay, Becca no longer trusts Butcher, and
but I don't understand. Okay, so you're getting there, and it kind of links together, but I misread the deal Becca had made with Homelander to save Billy, because now she's like, "I told you I'd kill myself."
No, I think it's the same. I think it's two different deals at two different times.
Because when he first showed up there, I thought it was, "You won't get to see your son if you hurt Billy."
I mean, there's no way that she could promise that, so he would have known that was. I mean, she
at
even
that time,
said,
maybe not though.
Yeah,
no.
But she tells him, I'll kill myself in front of my son if you don't. Which I don't see how that worked, to be honest with you.
I
don't really understand why that worked.
I'm like, if I was Homelander, I'd be like, do it. I don't care about you. I just care about the kid.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, I don't understand.
Or when the kid's not around, just kill her and be like, Butcher killed your mom because he's mad that she doesn't want to be with him no more. Help me take them out. And now you got a fucking powerful little Robin here.
That's kind of that's even kind of what Becca even kind of brought out. In this episode, she's like, she tells Butcher, "Oh well. You would, at the first chance you get, you would try to get rid of him." He says, "Well, he's nothing but a freak." And so she's like, "See, I told you,
I can't be with you because
yeah." And so,
which probably wasn't his smartest move to be like, "Your kid's a freak."
No, he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry," but he's not really sorry, And then I thought it was kind of interesting when she says the words, you keep saying that I saved you." She says, "I didn't save you." She said, "You're not savable." She says, "You were bad before. You were bad now. You were one fight away from ending up in prison." That's kind of the way I feel towards it. But he's like, but this is the messed up part, I thought, is when Billy Butcher says, "Well, forget this kid. we'll go off and we'll hide somewhere and we'll have another family. That doesn't take away from her son, dude. Like you might not like
that's not going to replace her kid.
No, like I just felt like that was what a douchey move. Yeah. I thought on his aspect of it.
Maybe before I had kids, I'd be like, I agree with it.
Yeah,
now that I have kids, I'm like, you can't replace that. I don't care how weird your kid is. Like,
I just
even if your kid is a freak,
yeah,
that's still your kid.
I just feel like when it comes to that it was just that was a messed up thing for him to say. It almost made Homelander appear like the better person because at least Homelander cared, or at least wants something to do with the kid.
I think he actually cares about the kid.
Yeah, I think he does too.
But he doesn't really know how. Yeah, because he was never cared for.
But Billy would just kill the kid if he could possibly get away with it.
So I mean, Homelander did rape her though. Like,
yeah, they did. They did verify that in this one, which that was polar opposite what.
That was polar opposite of what they showed you at the end of season 1. Mm-hmm. Was they just had sex and she got pregnant.
See, I didn't understand
because Homelander was like, I didn't rape her.
And why would Homelander lie about that?
Like I don't. It's like I said earlier, though. Maybe to him it's not a lie.
Could very well be.
In his mind, it's not. In his mind, he's a god, so it was consensual. Anyone would be lucky.
It could be that because I mean I don't really understand. It seemed like it would have been worse on Billy if he'd have known. And it would have made him hate him all the more that it wasn't consensual. That it was that he raped him. But that's the way I look at it. But overall,
the last thing I want to talk about is the soup cult trying to find a wife for the Deep. Like, what is that about? I
cannot figure out that whole...
Is that to like... Because she's like, I'll find a way to get you back into the 7. So if he gets married and now he has a wife, all the sexual abuse he did to women disappears? I mean, I don't think that's how that works in our society.
I remember... I remember you and I talking about this when, off camera even about that because we were both saying, well, you see that a lot with stars. These stars, they're like, oh, well, I did something bad, but hey, I got married, I got a family now, and forgive me.
Be held against me.
Yeah, something like that. I kind of feel like that. We'll take Michael Jackson, for instance. He goes and marries, that Presley girl, and they have kids, and he's like, oh, I'm not a pedophile anymore. Well, and then he was back a pedophile, and then he died, and he's not a pedophile anymore.
I still don't understand because he died. Everyone's like, oh, he was an icon.
Like 1 week he was a pedophile, the next week he was the prince of pop. I don't understand.
I don't.
But overall, I could not understand.
People are going to attack us for this, but whatever.
I'm not a Michael Jackson fan. He's a pedophile, and I don't give a crap what anybody says.
Once you cross that line with me, screw you.
Yeah, that's why I don't care. You can like his music, but understand he's a pedophile.
There's a difference in liking the music and liking the person.
Yeah.
Like, Thriller was awesome, but he's still a pedophile.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I don't understand why people
can't differentiate.
Yeah, I mean, but we talk about that all the time with
the person. Yeah. I don't
know. But yeah, I couldn't understand in this episode why there was so many women that was going up there and telling their relationship stories, and then at the very end, it shows, oh well, they're getting women from the collective to see which ones could marry.
Or another one is all these women characters going and having sex with these guys, and they'll be like, I don't want to be with you.
No, that was a little bit.
Becca did it with Billy. Starlight did it with Yui, and I don't know if it's just more to make it like Yui and Billy are the same person, basically. Like they're becoming the same exact person, so they're getting treated the same exact way.
I kind of felt like there was two kind of connections with that. One was a mentor connection, then one was the love interest. Yeah. And I kind of felt like that was kind of weird that they're constantly trying
before this season even started. I kind of wanted the whole Becca thing to ruin the stuff for Billy and him have a whole nother love interest later on somewhere. But
it's not going to be that way. I can already see.
Not for a while anyway. If it ever is.
Do you believe that Billy is going to kill Becca? I actually think he will.
I don't know, man. I
think he'll kill her.
I think
I really do. I think he's going to be the one that kills her.
I could see Billy killing everyone. Like if he's really as unstable as she says he is.
And actually, I think it's proven that he can do that. If you know more about the boys, it's proven he can do.
But I mean, even
everything.
if they weren't going with that, like
he could kill. Yeah, he could kill everybody.
I could see him going that way, you know, and I kind of hate that. But
me too.
He's still one of my favorite characters just because he's funny.
Do you
now? Granted, I don't think he's been as funny this season as he was season 1.
No. I kind of feel like they've ruined a lot of characters for me. I felt like Huey was one of my favorite characters from season 1.
See, I didn't have much with Huey in season 1.
I liked him in season 1.
But now I will say I've been a big fan of Starlight, but more and more I watch this season, I'm like, I don't know about Starlight.
And
it's not even her killing Huey. I think it's more like they're kind of setting. I know everybody thinks it's going to be him and Stormfront, but I really think they're kind of setting things up to go with Homelander being with Starlight and as a couple, like
I think
power
so.
couple.
I think so too.
Because I think that's why he didn't kill her.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what's going to end up happening. But overall, I mean.
I know it's late, episode. You know, like we're over halfway through the season, but I think it's starting to pick up. I think it's going to get really good just to end. So they'll be like, "Oh, watch season 3."
I thought episode 4 was the best.
I
enjoyed it.
I said that
because I feel like we learned so many answers in it.
Yeah, I think episode 4 was the best of the season so far. Which I hate saying that all the way at 4.
Yeah, I know. But there's not so many episodes.
Season 1,
we're like halfway through.
We're over halfway through now. In season 1, I was hooked from like 20 minutes in or so. Whenever his girlfriend got run through.
Yeah.
When Robin died, I was like, I gotta watch this shit. If I had started, season 2, if season 1 had been the way they've done season 2, I would have never got into the show.
Yeah, because I'm just now starting to be like.
I'm just now seeing hope for this season.
Yeah, because
I don't know if they kind of rushed through it because of COVID and everything like that, or what. But
it could have played a role in it. I just feel like
majority wise, I've been kind of let down this.
Yeah, I think the first 3 episodes they let me down only because I felt like they were going to be better, and it. I think
only because I had higher expectation because of the way season 1 was.
Yeah. And by the way, the trailers looked awesome.
And it can't be that Eric Kripke guy because he did 15 amazing seasons.
Yeah, I know. I know. He's even got Bobby on there now. So
yeah, and Fist and Have Dean.
Yeah, I know. So soon we'll have
it's going to be a little bit better once he's got people he's comfortable with on the show. You know what I mean?
Stay tuned for Will the Winchesters Kill Homelander episode. I would watch that. We've talked about it with the originals before,
I wonder if there's next season if we could find like some bloopers where it's Dean's like, Bobby.
Yeah, I know.
Bobby's like, you idiot.
I just waited for him in that first episode. I was just waiting for him to say that.
You idiots! I'm not signing this contract.
But overall, I'm excited about episode 5.
I'm excited for the rest of the season. I think there's only 6 episodes though.
Yeah, and it's not going to be.
We've got 2 more.
So. Yeah. So unfortunately,
I don't think that. I think it's going to get better, but I don't think it's going to be enough to save this season.
No, I think whenever you have kind of 3 episodes where it's kind of a not a waste, but it's not.
So you're going to have 3 episodes where it sucks, and then 3 episodes where it's good. I don't think that's enough to be like this was a good season.
No, it's not.
And unless something drastic goes on in
we might have like a great season finale. Well, I think that happens on a lot of shows. There'll be like a second season and then
super intense. Then maybe because they were all talking about like before it came out how much more intense this season was going to be. Mm-hmm. More blood, more gore, more. I ain't seen none of that. With the whale, that was it.
Well, it's kind of like the Umbrella Academy. It kind of lulled kind of in between. I thought for me. And then
I liked season 2.
I liked season 2, but I thought that was like 2 episodes in between. And then the last 2 episodes it picked up, and everybody was
like, I think 5 and 6 were kind of boring, and then 7, 8, 9, 10 were good.
But I mean, but what I mean is, like people forget You know,
now if the boys had like
if
10 episodes, this season would probably be considered a good season.
Yeah,
but it's only got 6, so they got 2 more episodes to really pick up. We'll see.
But overall, I'm excited. You're excited. Let us know if y'all are excited. Yeah, we're trying our hardest. I'm actually excited. I'm more optimistic now than I was last week.
I still don't have a lot of hope, but
see, last week I wasn't very optimistic. This week I'm a little bit more optimistic about it.
We'll see.
But it could be the lack of sleep. I don't know. But anyways, guys, let us know. And don't forget, if you enjoy our content, share and like. And don't forget to subscribe for our videos.
And click the notification bell.
So don't laugh about subscribing.
No, I laugh about me yawning.
But anyways, guys, y'all take care.
I'm so tired.